is my voice clear, audible? Is there any disturbance from my end? Is my voice clear and audible?
Yes, your voice is clear.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let me get one thing out of the way first. If during the session you feel that there's some kind of a technical difficulty, or maybe you are not able to see the screen, or my voice is not clear, or maybe some other presenter is not clear, just let us know maybe through the chat, and we'll try to rectify it as soon as possible. I believe we can start right now. No more people are joining. Great. So as I introduced myself earlier, I am Shatit Sudana, currently serving as the chairperson of BVPIEEE, that is the IEEE student branch at Bharati Vidyapeeth College of Engineering, Delhi, India. This webinar is a pre-event our upcoming international level hackathon, WIEhack 3.0. It is an international 36-hour women-centric virtual hackathon. It will be held in a work from home setup. So there is no need to be physically present anywhere given the current circumstances. Okay, great. So I believe that most of you are joining me in this session to understand what is a hackathon, why should we participate in one. So let me just touch upon the a few FAQs that my juniors have given to me, the first and second year students whom I'm in contact. And then going ahead, we can take questions from the audience if you have other questions towards the end of the session. So I request you to attend the session first before jumping onto your because we have covered most of them throughout the slides that we are going to present, and we hope to answer your questions to the best of our capacity. So let us start with the first question. What is a hackathon? So hackathon is like any other competition where participants come together and compete. They compete to solve a problem and develop a proof of concept. Now this word proof of concept is very important. I'll come to that later on. So the main idea of a hackathon is to encourage students to innovate and come up with creative and innovative solutions to, say, a burning problem in the society. Maybe it is women's safety, maybe it is safe space exploration, or maybe it is some other problem that the society is facing. Maybe it could be vaccine distribution in India, where the people are the population is spread across a large land. Okay, so some other kind of competitions that you might come across are ideathons and B-plan competitions. We'll touch upon these two later in our presentation. So I believe I've given you a rough estimate of what a hackathon is. Now let me move on to how to participate in one. So the registration process is generally not standardized. It is decided by the organization that is organizing the event. Generally, it is some kind of a screening based on your idea, your profile, or maybe some other factors. Hackathons, in my opinion, are mostly free, and in today's world, they are mostly online. So that is a great, you can say, perk for all of you, that you can stay in the comforts of your home and you do not need to participate or stay at, say, a hostel or some during the night. Cool. So the registration is generally free. That is true for our event also. The screening process is not as harsh in our hackathon as with others, because we are primarily focused on the first and second year students or the first time hackathon participants. We do encourage participation from, say, you can say a title given as veteran participants who have a lot of experience under their belts and have maybe won or maybe participated in a lot of hackathons. We encourage both type of participants. Okay, so what to expect? This is the other question that one of my juniors asked me. So we expect, or the organizers expect, you to develop a feasible solution to the problem statement presented, and to share your idea, you need to present your idea. You need to develop a proof of concept. I referred this term earlier also. It is sometimes called as POC, proof of concept, short for POC. Okay, so a proof of concept is the minimal a viable thing that your idea needs to show the other person or to convey your idea to the other person. Let us say it is a messaging app. A messaging app, proof of concept of a messaging app would be that I type something, I press a button, and that reaches the other node or the other person on his device instantly, or maybe after some delay, whatever it is. So this is the minimal thing. Now, if I want to add status to my app, if I want to add video call to my app, that is not in the scope of the proof of concept. If you're not, if you're just making a say text-based chat app, maybe the payments is not implemented, maybe some kind of a format is not supported right now. So these all things are discussed when you are developing a product, but at the proof of concept stage, maybe some formats are not supported, that is acceptable. Then you are also expected to demo your give a demo of your proof of concept that you developed. Along with the demo, you need to give a small pitch to the judges and a business plan, even if it is not asked in other competitions. From my personal experience, I have taken part in a lot of hackathons. I have even won some. I have always seen teams who present a business plan or a business case within their pitch have always gained you can say leg up in terms of the competition. They have a slight advantage to their pitch. Okay, so the things to keep in mind are the impact that your solution will make, the feasibility of the solution, and how well you and your team are able to present it. These are the three main factors that I understood from my experience that are very important in a pitch or in a proof of concept. Now, moving on. Why should one take part in a hackathon, spend so much of time, so much of energy, and what is the end result? So, in my opinion, hackathon is or any other competition is just like exercise for your brain. To develop the muscle or to develop the brain, you need exercise. This is just a form of exercise for you to play around in a sandbox and implement some of your creative out of the you can say out of the world ideas that you might have. It is a good way to even learn new technologies and you can say find creative solutions. Sometimes what happens is that what you know, say you know a particular language or you know a particular framework or say you know web development but not app development, but your project requires you to learn something different, completely different. Then it is the hackathon under the pressure. You start learning that skill, although not completely, but enough to make the proof of concept. Cool. So it also teaches you teamwork, presentation skills, and improves your soft skills. Networking is also a very important part. A hackathon is not only the competition side, but also the people whom you come in contact with. The fellow participants, the organizers, the partners of the event, the sponsors of the event all come together to build a great network that you can take advantage of maybe in the near future or going ahead. Then some competitions or some partners often offer internship opportunities too that you may redeem during the summer or winter breaks throughout your course. Then there are obvious, you can say, benefits like prize money, recognition, and certificate. These are given. Okay, so the last question that I got from competitive participants is how do I ace it? Well, it's fun because my answer may or may not satisfy you, but it is the truth. If you feel like that you have learned something, if you feel like that you have grown or you have matured or you have learned something out of the competition that you went in my opinion, you have aced the purpose or you have aced the thing that you started with. If you want to just win the prize, then I've already covered the few points to keep in mind throughout my presentation so far. Okay, moving on to the next slide, that is why WIEhack 3.0. Now, from whatever I have told you till now, um, you might have been uncomfortable or maybe a little unsure of how
Hello.
would you, yeah.
Yes, bhaiya. I didn't get the team. I told you, no, I messaged you regarding that. Yes, Mishra.
We are
I
in the
registered.
middle of a webinar. I believe you can post your personal queries in the chat.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay, so let me continue. Uh, okay, so why WIEhack 3.2? So being organizers and participants of hackathons in the past, we've realized that not everybody is on the same page when attending a hackathon. People who have previous experience kind of get an unfair advantage and they know how the system works. So to level the playing field, WIEhack 3.2 is designed, or WIEhack in general is designed by us in such a way that it is focused on first-time hackathon participants or participants who have not had a great experience previously. So how do we solve this issue of not having, or the participants not having experience previously? We have a simple you can say flow of the event that helps us accomplish that. Just a second, sorry. Okay, so regular mentoring sessions, workshops, and interactions are used to prepare the participants not only for this hackathon that they are attending, but also future competitions like Ideathons, Hackathons, and B-Plan competitions. So what are these workshops and mentoring sessions that I'm talking about? So before each and every submission round, or you can say after each and every shortlisting round, we have a mentoring session where we not only describe what all we expect from you, we also give you the insights of what are the key points to keep in mind, or how to lay out your say if it is a presentation, how to lay down your presentation, how to make it attractive, how to present, and not only have all the data on your presentation, but your pitch should be the main thing and the presentation should be just a supporting or play a background role while you're pitching to the judges. So these small things that are important and that you learn after attending a lot of hackathons, seeing the people who win these hackathons, how do they handle such stuff. These things are what we learned so far, and we would like to propagate it to you so that you have a kind of shortcut or a faster way to learn these. Okay, so mentoring sessions are also there. We have workshops. We also have something that is, I feel, unique to our online setup. That is, you can anytime ask any of our team members for technical or maybe some other help that you would like at that point. So let us say you are developing something and you are not familiar with the tech stack, or maybe you are not familiar with some API or something. Then you can anytime contact us through this Discord server, and we one of our team members, we have a wide you can say um, domains covered through our team. So maybe it is web development, app development, computer vision, machine learning, AI, deep learning, any of the, even blockchain, whatever you can think of. If you have a problem, you can contact us. We will give you hints or provide you resources that you could use. We won't develop it for you, or we won't directly make those things for you, but we will provide you resources to ensure that you are at the same level as the other participants, while making sure that there is no unfair advantage given. Okay, before I end my segment, I would like to invite questions. If anybody wants to ask me directly something, be answering for the next 1 minute, and then you can contact me after this webinar to clear your doubts.
Hi, this is Mahita. Am I audible?
There is a lot of noise from your end. Not sure.
Just one second.
Okay, in the meanwhile, is this someone else?
Hi, myself Abhishek Agarwal. So
Hi,
I,
Abhishek.
I have a question. Like, as we all know that we're only in a first year batch. Like, we don't know that much of coding of the
Mm-hmm.
application or like app development. So
Mm-hmm.
should we show only the interface of the application rather than doing backend coding?
Okay, so there are a few ways I could tackle this question. Let me give you what I personally feel without not as a organizer of the event, but as a fellow participant. What I would do is, if I'm not sure how to develop the backend, or if the backend is taking a lot of time, we try to come up
Yes.
with some creative solution that at least we are able to show the proof of concept. Now, the proof of concept may or may not have an elaborate backend with all the checks and balances, but it should be sufficient enough to prove that whatever you have thought of is possible. That is, it is feasible, and someone somewhere can implement it at a national or international level.
Like we are not working on the backend work, like we are only working on a front end work. So is it enough? Like we are only showing how our API works basically. So is it
See, API is working in the background. So if you are not developing the backend, how would you show that the API is working?
by
Just
using
using the UI to convey your idea may or may not work depending on what your idea is. If it is just an app that is showing you some memes or something, then it might work. You need not have a backend which is continuously updating new memes onto your app. But if it is something related to, say, messaging or maybe communication of some sort, maybe a video call or something, then it needs to have some element that is able to show that.
okay, okay.
You need not have it professionally done. You can use resources like documentation and Google and all that to find out ways that you personally can achieve it, or maybe find some hacky ways of doing it. Maybe it is not through official channels, or maybe it is not official channels, but maybe it is not the best way of implementing it. It is not the most elegant way of doing it, but it works. So it is a proof of concept.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay, hi, this is Mahita. So I had a doubt regarding. Am I audible now?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Will we be given a problem statement on the day itself, or can we start working on it? Like, can we just have an idea of our own and start working on it beforehand?
Okay, that's a nice question. So uh, every hackathon, every competition is different. How we like to play it is we give you some, you can say, guidance. The guidance is in form of a theme. We have 7 themes this year. So in any one of these themes, you can fit your idea in. You can develop that idea, think about it, let it marinate for a time, and then you are not supposed to start implementing it before the hackathon. We have checks and balances throughout our grading system, throughout our submission process, that we can easily find out if the person has been using, say, something that has already been made, or maybe something that does not belong to them. So we have all those checks and balances that we can detect people who have already started or have already made that idea before entering the hackathon. But yes, you can discuss the ideas with the team. There is no limitation on the problem statement, but you need to be within one of the 7.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, I'll let my subordinates continue with the presentation, and then we'll resume the Q&A after the presentation. Thank you. Okay, while they're setting up, let me take some more questions. If someone would like to ask me a question, then I'm up for it. Okay, so let me give you some general advice then. For the first and second year students who are not as confident, maybe in the tech stack or maybe in some kind of a technology, there are a lot of tools available in the market where you can develop some stuff, maybe a proof of concept type of a thing, without writing a single line of code. You can search for no code movement on Google, and you'll find a lot of results from e-commerce, from website development to a lot of things. You can do a lot of them, automation and all that stuff, without writing a single line of code. So that is also helpful to Okay, I'm not sure what is the problem at my colleague's end, but let me continue then. So, what, why, and how is the next heading? So, I've covered most of it, but the main idea of the event is it is designed to unveil the hidden inventor, developer, or entrepreneur. We have had teams before who have not only developed an idea or say innovated something during a hackathon, but also have taken the entrepreneurial route through our partners. Incubation, we had incubation partners last year. So through them, they were able to develop or take the entrepreneurial route going forward. Okay, we can move on to the next slide. Great. So some of the prerequisites that you might want to keep in mind is curiosity, creativity, some basic knowledge of coding if you are actually developing some stuff, but no code movement is also very powerful. If you don't have a technical bent of mind, you can look at it. Okay, so the ability to develop solutions of your problem. So your problems here means problems that are in one of the 7 domains that you have specified. Cool. Moving on. Now, how to go about starting the ideation process or maybe the hackathon process. So first you need to attack the problem statement. And how would you attack? Through proper research. Now by research, I'm not referencing the research papers you might have heard about that go about in the college or something like that. Research is basically doing your homework on the problem statement that you're trying to solve. What are the existing solutions available in the market right now? What are their drawbacks, and how does your solution fare with respect to them? How does your solution uh, overcome the drawbacks of the previous solution? You can also do a market analysis of what all, or maybe the impact analysis, like what is the size of the market that you are trying to reach. Maybe you have something like a TikTok replacement. I believe TikTok is known by everybody, so I'm giving that example. I don't personally use it, but I've heard about it. So it is a popular app amongst the teen. So you can do a market analysis that this country has these many number of people in this age demographic, and out of those, these many are male, these many are female, and we are planning to target this segment of the audience. So you can even narrow it down further. Moving on. Now, once you have found an idea and you have done your market research, if it is viable or not, and all that stuff, now you divide your task into smaller chunks, manageable chunks. Manageable chunks means that in the next, say, 2 hours, we will finish this amount of work. In the next 2 hours, we'll do this amount of work. My team member A will be doing this. My team member B will be helping A with so and so, and I will be handling the presentation along with my partner C. So you see, if A and B are good at say developing stuff, they are working on the app or something else, whereas me and my partner C are good at say presenting or maybe developing the business case. So we are not wasting time waiting for them to be done. We are working on the next thing. Cool. So engage. This is very important. Engage yourself in the execution. You should be mentally and emotionally devoted to solving that problem. And that is very easy to pick up while you're pitching. The judges have a keen eye and a keen sense from their experience that they can quickly understand that are you personally engaged with the problem that you are solving? Are you personally engaged with the execution? And not only you, but all your team members also count. So everybody needs to be on the same page with the same enthusiasm, with the same energy. Okay, moving on. Now, this is an age-old problem. Does programming language matter? Well, to be honest, it should not, and it never has. You can use any programming language, any scripting language, anything that you know. We are not restraining you, or we do not have any condition based on the tech stack that you are allowed to use. You can use anything that you are comfortable in. Even if it is just plain HTML, we are totally okay with it. We are looking for ideas that actually solve the problem, have a good impact, and are feasible. We are not, although we do in some cases, but we are not always looking for the most beautiful idea or the most beautiful UI UX that you. We also take into account the other factor. Now, flipping the script, we sometimes, yes, we do appreciate good design, good thought that has been put into the solution, but sometimes we do not give as much weightage to the code that is being presented. This is all subjective to your idea. It has nothing to do with our criteria. It is everything to do with your idea. So let us say you want to design something that requires coding, but you do not know it. We would recommend you to start either learning the code or maybe modifying your idea to accommodate for the lack of skill set. And believe me, I have learned so much through hackathons. I learned NLP through hackathons. One of our ideas was to develop something for the farmers, and we needed voice interaction in the native language. So during the night, in say 4 or 5 hours, we not only understood, me and my friend, who was my partner then, uh, we not only understood what NLP is, how to use it, how to train it in a native language, and then implement it in an app. So all this happened over one night. And in the morning, we could pitch to the judges that this is what we have made and this is how it will go forward. So if you do not know something and your idea requires, I would rather encourage you to learn that skill during the hackathon. And you have a great resource of our team. We can provide you our, you can say, knowledge and assistance during the hackathon. Moving on. Cool. So I've already touched upon this little earlier. So you need to ideate, find a problem, then ideate upon it, plan, then implement, and then pitch. All these stages are explained, or you can say worded in such a way that you get an idea of how to manage everything during the hackathon. Especially for the first time hackathon participants, this guidance is very important. You might find taking notes very helpful right now. Our stream will be available on YouTube for you to refer back to it later on our YouTube channel. We'll share the link after. Okay, so find a problem statement, ideate possible solutions, start coding and implementing simple. We are focusing on coding in our slides because it is the you can say uh, kind of easiest for us, but maybe someone from a non-tech background might not find that easy. So you can find alternate ways. I'm re-emphasizing this point again and again. Programming and technical knowledge should not hold you back from putting your solution forward. Okay. Okay. So make a B plan. Since B plan is one of our submission criteria, we will have a mentoring session during the event. You need not worry if you do not have any prior knowledge. We will cover it from the basics. We have mentors already aligned. They will come platform and share their experience and their knowledge with you. Because commercialization is a very important point in this step, in these stages. The entrepreneurial route is only feasible if your solution is commercializable. Moving on, the roadmap of WIEhack 3.0. Okay, so the first round would be abstract round. In the abstract round, okay, so one disclaimer, quick disclaimer. These numbers are based on our projections of the total number of teams that will take part. These numbers are not set in stone. We might change them going forward depending on the total number of registrations that we have. We are planning to take more teams or shortlist more teams, right now because we have already exceeded our planned initial number. So these will be revised. Please don't take them to heart. We will change our, you can say, number of shortlisted teams based on the total number of teams that have registered with. Okay, so the disclaimer out of the way, let me get to the rounds. The first round would be abstract round, where you will present your idea to us in a small paragraph or two. We will also have a mentoring session describing how to write an effective abstract and convey your idea through text beautifully. Okay. Not only the abstract will be judged in this round, but also your profile. Now, why do we have this profile here? We have understood from experience that having a GitHub profile, an active GitHub profile for that matter, an updated LinkedIn profile is very important going forward. Maybe through your job search, or maybe through your internship search, or other hackathons that you might participate going forward. We are not looking for a perfect profile with thousands of, you can say, connections and all. We are just looking forward to you having a profile on. We are very friendly towards first time hackathon or first or second year students, first time hackathon participants. So we do not have a minimum number of connections or minimum number of repositories, minimum number of commits that you have on GitHub, but we require you to have these two profiles along with the abstract. The abstract will be graded and the profiles are just a binary yes or no judging criteria. Moving on, the presentation round. Okay, so a presentation is very important. This is where you elaborate on the idea. First, your idea gets selected, then you have to present the idea further with not only the solution that you are proposing or the problem statement, but how will your solution impact? What will be the impact of your solution be, and how well are you handling that problem? Plus, you can also add about the demographic or the impact that your solution might create. Okay. So this is the presentation round. Moving on, we have a business plan round. For that, obviously we'll be having a mentoring session. In that session, we'll teach you what is a business plan, how it is used, and where not it is used. Okay, so we will provide you with a template to fill in all the details of your business plan. We'll surely give you some time to figure stuff out and do your own due diligence on the process. Okay, so the final stage is split into two. The final stage one, or you can say A part, will be a video demo of your prototype that you have developed. Okay, so this will include whatever you have done till now, your team members' introduction, you showing how your solution works, and describing the impact that it will make. And you might have noticed I'm very specific and deliberately saying these words again and again so that you understand them and focus on these things. Okay. So the final stage B will be the final judging round. This is where the top three teams will be declared. This round will be judged by a panel of judges whom you will have a live demo and a Q&A session with. So till now there is no back and forth. We are providing you with what we need, a question, and you are solving it for us. But in this round there will be a one-on-one interaction with the judges and your complete team. Everybody needs to be present during this final demo, and you need to present your prototype or proof of concept or whatever you have made during the 36 hours to the judges and showing them how it works. Okay, moving on. The next point is themes. So we have 7 themes this year: space technology, artificial intelligence, fintech, edtech, women safety, AR, VR, and open innovation. Now, all the others are self-explanatory. Open innovation is in case you feel that the aforementioned 6 themes are not sufficient or are not suitable for your idea, but you would like to take part in this hackathon anyways. We encourage you to put your idea under the open innovation theme so that in case we have missed some area of development or some area of interest of yours, there is a path you can use which is open innovation. Is there any doubt regarding this or till here? Okay,
No,
let's
sir.
move ahead
No,
then.
sir.
Great, thank you. Okay, so most of these rules have been already mentioned in the rule book, and you might have gone through that. If not, please visit our website and go through the rule book at least once before the participation, or maybe once before the registration process even starts for you. Okay, so copying segments of code or the entire code from previous projects is not allowed. We are very strict about this. We do not encourage anyone to have projects already made before the start of the hackathon. So you need to start developing the idea before the hackathon. That is completely fine with us. But the implementation part should start after the hackathon has been inaugurated. Okay. You can use resources such as Stack Overflow, GitHub, and other resources on the internet. However, direct plagiarism of idea or code is not at all allowed. Okay. Apart from these rules, please keep in mind whenever you are using someone else's code or someone else's intellectual property, one, it is not ethical to present it as your own. That is known as plagiarism. Second, you should always credit the original author of the material, be it maybe some text that you are writing or using in your presentation, anything else. You should always cite the sources of your information. Maybe you are presenting a fact in your presentation that is not analyzed or not reduced by yourself. You need to cite the sources. Say BBC, we got to know about this news from BBC. So you need to write your sources in that slide or towards the end of the slide. Okay. There is no restriction on the programming language or platform used to develop the product. I believe that is self-explanatory. Moving forward, judges of the competition will evaluate the teams on the aforementioned criteria. Based on this evaluation criteria, the maximum marks will be the winners. Now, the catch is if we find that a team has not followed our instructions properly, although they have the maximum points, we have the full right to disqualify them. If they have engaged in some, say, unfair means, maybe copying a code, maybe taking someone else's idea or something, we do not encourage, or rather we punish such behavior on our platforms. We highly discourage it. So please be aware that such behavior will not be tolerated at all by our organization. The organizing team has the right to disqualify any team at their sole discretion. This point is just to make sure that nobody takes unfair advantage of our system or does not try to, you can say, use unfair means and gain advantage over the other participants. We want to keep it fair and square. Okay, so the mentoring sessions that I was talking about before. These sessions with the mentors will be held throughout the period of the hackathon. We encourage you to visit our website to take a look at the timeline. We'll update it very soon as we finalize the time slots of all the judges and speakers. Uh, you surely need to check the hackathon page or the hackathon website regularly, say every day, once a day, something like that. Okay, so all teams can have one-to-one interactions with the mentors and discuss their queries, issues related to the projects or ideas they are working. Not only the mentors, you can also talk to us, the organizer. We are from second, third, and fourth years, primarily from the third and fourth year. So we have a lot of experience under our belt, and we can surely help you in almost all the domains that you might work in. If not, we will find someone from our network to help you out. Okay. Now, help again does not mean that we will provide you the solutions. We will give you the resources so that you find the solution or you develop the solution. Okay. That is the end of the presentation. If you have any doubts, please feel free to put them in the chat section or the chat channel anytime of the day. Our team constantly monitors these platforms and will surely answer to your queries. I'll be online for the next 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the number of questions we have, to answer all your doubts. Now the stage is open for you. I would request one by one, please unmute yourself and introduce and then ask your question, please.
Hello,
Hi.
hello. Am I audible?
Yeah.
So my question is, if our solution is a IoT-based solution, so
Mm-hmm.
do we need to implement it within the given time period, or is it okay to do the coding part and giving a proper uh, description about the project, about the idea, about the solution?
That's a nice question. So we would like to see a demo of the working prototype. So maybe if you, I'm not sure what your idea is, but say your idea is to, let me take a very small example that you want a voice activated light. So let us say
Mm-hmm.
if I'm in office, I say to my phone, turn on the light at my home or turn on the AC at my home. So let us say that that should work. Now, the part here is we would like to see the voice command being given and the functionality being carried out. We would like to see that, but we understand that 36 hours might not be sufficient for a lot of projects or a lot of ideas. So please make the please try to do the maximum that you can and then present it in such a way that we find it that the whole idea is feasible and you have taken out the time and have implemented it during the last 36 hours.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Does anyone have any doubts?
Hello.
Maybe, yeah, hello.
Yeah, that teammates I don't have, then I have to participate in open innovation.
No. So if you do not have a teammate, then you want, I would suggest you to find a teammate. If you are a
Hmm.
male member, then you need a female member to participate with
Yeah,
you.
that I needed. I'm
Mhm.
male member. That.
Okay. The open innovation part is when your idea does not fit into the other six themes. Say my
Okay.
idea is related to, mm, let me think of something. Let us say robotics in, say, surgery. Okay. And healthcare is not one of the given themes. Let us assume that. Okay.
Okay.
So I would put my idea into the open innovation.
Okay. No, I messaged to you Jayas Goel, who is I don't know who is
Mhm.
he. I
He's one
messaged
of
him
the
regarding.
members.
Yeah, he's the yeah. I messaged him. He told that if anybody is having less member, then he can message me. Then he didn't message it till now. Jayesh
Oh,
Goel.
we are very busy right now, so he might have missed it. I would
Okay.
encourage you to send him a reminder. He is
Okay.
probably on this stream right now. He will get back to you.
Okay.
I believe we have something where we can connect members who do not have team members right or who want to participate. We might be
Yeah.
able to help you with that.
Okay, that's I needed because I have a idea related to AI only. But
Okay.
uh, can we take the help from teachers also? That I wanted to know.
You can take guidance or you can say
Help
knowledge
only,
from
not fully. I will take Bhaiya.
they should not be actively or maybe partly involved in the development of the idea. You
Yeah,
can
yeah,
ask them for resources. You can ask them for say if you don't understand a concept, say if you
yeah,
are not sure what a convolution is in AI
yeah.
in deep learning, or you
Okay.
don't understand how a kernel is you can say implemented in AI or something, then you can ask them the resources for the same, but you cannot ask them to develop it for you or make
Yeah,
that
yeah.
for
Then okay, okay. That's I'm not confused about that. So team members, what we have to do, Bhaiya? That for team members because date is going on now. I have to start implement. I have to rough idea. I have to take it now. Start making it also now.
you. Okay, so I would encourage you to talk to your maybe your peers in your college, in your class. If not in
Okay.
your class, maybe in some other batches, maybe in other streams. People
I
are
talk to whom? I talk to everyone, Bhaiya. I have sent the
okay.
message because they have exams. No, I am only participating from my college. Second
Okay.
year I am. They
Okay.
are 24th. We have exams. That is why
Oh,
maybe they are not taking.
I'd
oh, that
suggest
is
I
mhm.
also need a team. Maybe we can have a looking for team channel maybe here on the server.
Sure. We will make that.
I'm also
We
looking for a team.
okay. So uh, try to find a team member in and around your circle, because the team bonding and the team being on the same page is very important, which might get difficult if you are working with the person for the first time who is not from your circle or who is not in a similar circumstances. Okay, so that is also something to be taken into account while selecting a team member. You guys need to be on the same page with or you can say complementary skill sets. Like I gave an example before, if someone is good at development and not good at say business plan and all, and I am good at business plan and all, but I am not good at development, then we should form a team instead of me pairing with someone who has also a business intellect. Got it?
Yeah.
Cool. Any
So
other?
he can be in a team if he doesn't have a team.
So the you must go through the rule book once. The condition for
Okay.
building a team is you need at least one female member, okay,
Okay.
and
Okay.
the
Okay.
team cannot have more than one male member,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
okay.
Okay. No issue. No issue. Because I participated in many hackathons also. I have the ideas, but I'm
Hmm.
not getting a team proper because due to exam maybe issue maybe.
Okay, so since you participated in a lot of hackathons, you might have connected with a few other team members or team who
No,
took part.
from our college only we participated. That is why.
But the hackathon that you participated in, you might have talked to some other teams, right? So you
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
contact them saying that I have an idea. Would you like to team up with me? You can send them a
Okay.
message. That is no issue. See, networking is a very important part of taking part in any competition, right?
Yeah.
It is not about only about your performance, you in the competition, your presentation, but also how you network with other people.
Yeah. That is it. No, due to exams only maybe they might be not taking bhaiya. That is what
Okay.
24th is the exam for us. No, 22 and 23 you are conducting the that hackathon. That is why dates have
Okay.
been changed.
Let us take some other question now. I believe I've solved
Okay.
your query.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, this is Sachleen. I wanted to ask that since the themes are available on the website and like available, so are we expected to ideate on the problem statement before the hackathon starts? Like, I know that we are not supposed to develop the app, but are we supposed to like come up with some problem statement before?
Yeah, that's correct. You will need a problem statement to solve and an idea to go along with it before the hackathon begins. We do allow that, but we do not allow you to start developing it before the hackathon inaugurates.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Excuse me, this is
Yeah.
regarding the same question I asked before about the IoT solution.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I have to do some research on finding some critical values and do some experiment before. Is it okay for the hackathon? Or I will be implementing the system during those 36 hours. But is it okay to do some prior experiments or something like that?
Yeah, if that counts as learning to you, that you're learning about the platform, you're learning about the sensor and
Yeah.
how it reacts to situation around, then that is possible. We do encourage that. You can learn a technology that you might use. You might want to understand how the sensor interfaces with the board that you're using. So stuff like that, we do allow that. But you cannot develop the code that you'll actually be using.
Yeah, right. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, I believe the time is up for me and I'll be taking a leave. Please feel free to use this Discord to ask your questions, your doubts, and all. We will be posting the recording of this session. So if you want to go back to any of the parts discussed today, please feel free to hop on the stream on YouTube and seek your way to the part that you're interested in. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much for showing interest in our hackathon. Just a reminder for you guys, the deadline has been extended till 20th of May. That is 4 more days. So if you guys have friends who would like to participate, or if you are part of some community or societies in your, please share that write up and poster with your friends. That would be really helpful for us. All the best, guys. Have a nice day ahead, and or maybe night, depending on from where you're watching. Cool. So let us take a leave for now. Thank you so much. Looking forward to hosting you all in our event.